Hey everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to Fossil Forward Finds. Got another What Sold video for you. This one is from April 13th through April 19th. I'm down about 30% over my typical weekly average, or at least what my weekly average had been prior to whatever's happening this year. But 23 sales, $236, enough to pay the bills for the week, but it's not great. Um, But yeah, so whole bunch of fun little items. I chose 10 for you, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so as always, I chose 10 items that I sold during this week. It's not necessarily my best sales, but ones I either enjoyed or found interesting or whatever. To start off, we're gonna have a first day cover. I bring this up because the day that I sold this, and I actually sold two of this identical one to the same person. um, Two separate listings because the stamps and stuff are not always at the same place and um, ink the same. So I try to keep them separate just in case condition of that matters. But in any case, the day that I sold both of these was the same day that Jeff Norton FaceTimed me and sold me a album of first day covers, which I did the haul video on a couple weeks ago, or last week, whenever it was. You've probably seen it. If not, go watch it. Some cool stuff in there. So I thought it was kind of fun that he FaceTimes me about first day covers, and then I start selling some. So maybe it's a sign. I don't know. But $4.99. This is for Dulles International Airport. This is from the 1980s. Most of the first day covers I have listed at the moment are from the 1980s, but once I start listing the ones from Jeff, then I'll start getting some 70s and 60s in there. I actually have a stack of them scanned, so it's on my list of things to do. I wanted to get the postcards I uh, obtained from Oniana over the weekend up first, so check out that video as well. That just went up yesterday as of the time I'm filming this. But anyways, that's enough of that. Let's move on. Always got to have a POG. Um, Star Wars POGs seem to be my best seller of the POGs. I actually have another Jeff Norton haul coming out soon. He sold me a bunch of POGs, including Star Wars, but the Star Wars I'm getting from him are from the prequel movies, which tend to be less of a fan favorite, so I'll be intrigued to see how the POGs work. But in any case, $6.49, free eBay standard envelope shipping. Let's see, I listed this December of 2024, so it hasn't been up too long. See the back there. This one's in decent shape. It's not too uncommon to see Pogs beaten up because the whole point of Pogs was to smash them. But this one was pretty good, so $6.49, can't complain about that. All right, so this is a pinback button. See there, put the button back. I actually had to phone a friend on this one. I reached out to Flip and Roo. Both Nanette and Dave are much more pulp culture inclined than I am. My pulp culture pretty much extends to sci-fi and sci-fi only. Um, so they helped me identify Charlie Pride here, which I'm grateful for because it went on single bid of $20. Buyer did have to pay shipping, and yeah, can't complain about that. Had it up for 7 days and it sold. Got it on Whatnot for a whole lot of buttons, so I probably only have a few, maybe 10, 20, 30 cents into it. No complaints there. I love listing buttons. They don't necessarily move quick typically. This one's obviously an exception. But I enjoy them. They're nice smalls, easy to ship. All right. Vintage greeting card. I'm a little surprised with myself that I didn't keep it because it does have this adorable little kitten in it. But, you can't keep everything. So this is vintage greeting card, sold for $5.99. It does go eBay standard envelope. Got a very nice review for it as well. I listed this in January of last year. So it has been up for a little while, but it did eventually sell, and it is unused. Well, I guess there's a little bit of use on the back, but it's in pretty good condition. Alrighty, let's see. What do we got next? South Park. I'm not really a South Park person myself, though there was one N64 game I enjoyed playing. But I got a whole lot of these. There were Christmas South Park. You could believe that. Christmas Time in Hell. I got these from uh, Dave F. Brother on Whatnot. I think this came as a book. I like buying the postcard books because then I just take the individual postcards out and list them separately, and oftentimes get a better price than the book itself. The reason why I do it this way is not only do you get more listings and you can part it out, um, but like Christmas Time in Hell, Devil, I would not be able to use those keywords if I listed the whole book. It's a way of um, expanding your reach. So that's something I recommend doing. It is a bit of a project, so I usually stockpile them and then I, pull up one or two out and do them at a time when I am in the mood. So $12.99. Yeah, that went for full price. So not too shabby, to quote Bearded Thrift Machine. All right. Let's see. This is a postcard. It's a foreign postcard. University of Oxford in England. I got this from a book show in Ithaca last year. Well, rather, my friends picked it up for me. Um, Once or twice a year, I go with them to the book show, and I go through whatever postcards they have, and I pick out my favorites. And then this past fall, when they went back again a weekend or two later, I don't live in Ithaca, so this is several hours away, so I only go the one time. Um, I had them go and buy whatever was left because it was a discount weekend, and this was one of them. And there was a lot of foreign cards in that, but um, I listed. I still got a bunch to list from that set, but I'm almost made all my money back. I think I paid $86 for like 1,200 cards or something like that. So $5.99, no complaints. I listed this in February of this year, so not too bad for a foreign card. Alrighty. So this is one of those generic postcards where they just take a view and they'll put like any town that they feel relevant on it. It's a linen postcard. I used to not think much about these because of the generic views, but Popeye's postcards, he did a video about these type of cards, and he was getting a lot more than I was for them. And because a lot of times these are for obscure towns that just don't have a lot of postcards to start with. Um, so I still think he gets better than me, but price wise. But I'm still learning where the price point is. But you can see, got some condition issues. There's discoloration. We got some creasing. This is for Black Lake, Hammond, New York, and sold for $12.99. I listed it February of this year, so not too bad. Back's really rough. I guess it was probably in a scrapbook or something, stamps missing, got all this other bits missing, but it's still sold for full price and relatively quickly, so don't sleep on these generic postcards. I picked up some more this weekend in Oneana from the quarter box, 50-cent box, so I like looking for those now. Alright, this was another interesting one. It's a real photo postcard. Learned from the back that it's a Mardi Gras scene, and so I listed it as such. But you can tell it's there's a lot of discoloration or fading. I'm not exactly sure what the term is for this type of discoloration that you can see on photos and real photos. But you got a whole group of individuals here. You got the American flags draped. Got a little boat out front. It's just an interesting card, despite the discoloration. And it's sold on offer for $12.74. So I probably sent about a 15% offer out. I listed it in May of last year, so not quite a year to sell, but close. I'm assuming Mardi Gras haven't happened somewhat recently. That maybe that got it out the door, but yeah, pretty good. Good old beefcake. Gotta have a beefcake. This one I got from Flippin' Rue. I believe, if I recall, she tossed it in as a a little present to me during a whatnot order. Um, I enjoy listening to Beefcakes. It's fun for me coming up with the title. Beefcake and gay interest are two words that or two phrases that I put in there when I can. Sold for one bid, $9.99. Quick turnaround, no complaints. Oh yeah, love it. It was also sent as a Merry Christmas card, so why not? And then last but not least, Pamela Anderson. I share this for a couple of reasons because it has been listed a while, August 2023. Um, I list this because the buyer bought the two that I had, bought both of them, so about $20 total on the sale. But I don't know if you watch Primetime, Dom over at Primetime Treasure Hunter, but he recently sold a full size, one of those big cardboard cutouts of Pamela Anderson. So if you don't watch him, I go recommend checking him out. It's, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes ago, if even that much. Um, and you won't believe what he sold it for. So I sold this pretty quickly thereafter. So I had to share it for his benefit, and just a fun way to end off the video. So I hope your sales are doing well. Let me know how you're doing. What was your favorite sale that I featured here? And we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.